Hello YouTube, I'm gonna try to create a tutorial about JFrame. It's a really quick one, just how to launch it. So to get started, we use JFrame everywhere. Well, most Java programs use it instead of AWT frame because it has some advantages and some disadvantages. So let's start and create a JFrame load, wait, JFrame load because this is going to be our main class. And to start off, we're going to need to import a few things. So import java.awt.asterisk, which imports everything from AWT package. Then do import java, not yeah, javax dot. I think it's gonna be swing. Is it? Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna get um like import is never used error, but it's okay, it doesn't matter, it's going to get used some day later. Okay, so now we're going to need to add a void statement so it can be called from anywhere in the packages. So we're going to do public because we want to be able to see throughout everywhere thing. Shit, that doesn't make sense, but oh well. So public static void, and let's call it main, and then we're going to add string arguments. So do string brackets args, and there's just Google it up to see what it means. Okay, so now we're going to need to add a JFrame element. So do JFrame, let's call it JF or JFrame, JavaFrame, and set it to new, new JFrame, oh shit, new JFrame, and then here is going to be your title. So call it anything you want. So do type title, and it's going to be the title of the window. Okay, so make sure you add the semicolon to finish off, and see what that is. JF, yeah, that's okay. Then we're going to need to set the JFrame size. So do JF, or whatever you called it, JF dot set set size, and then do that, and then change. Okay, so JFrame dot set size brackets, and then in the brackets goes your height and width. So let's do 200 comma 200, so it's going to be 200 pixels by 200 pixels. I think it goes in pixels, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, just do it how you want. Then we're going to need to add a container, which all of your content will go. So do container content, or we'll name it whatever we want. Do jf dot get content pane, which gets all the content pane elements, and then make sure you add your semicolon to finish off the statement, and you're going to get an error because it's not used. Then we're going to need to use the content, and then do content dot, we can set a background, so set background to, okay, set background to any color you want, so set it to color dot cyan because I like cyan. If you didn't have, I think it's swing import, you are gonna get an error over here, so you're gonna need to import this package. So import it before, so you don't get into trouble and stuff. Then we're gonna need to create a flow layout. So do content, content dot, that's gonna be called set layout, I think. Yep, set layout, and it's gonna be new flow layout, because we want it to be adjustable by itself, so nothing gets on top of each other, and they can move. So new flow layout, which just calls the void from another from this get content pane. Then we can add a button if you want to. So do so we can spice it up a bit. So do content dot add new, and then do J button, and then the value for your J button is going to be the title of your button. So just call it X button or whatever you want, and then make sure you add a semicolon. And we're gonna set the JFrame to be visible so we can see it. So do JF dot set visible, and for this it's a boolean, so it's either true or false, 1 or 0. We can see it or we cannot see it. So we want to see it to see what we do. So do JF set visible true. The problem with JFrame is that when we close X button, such as over here, it isn't going to exit the Java process. So to do that, we're going to need to create a new class file, which would be exit listener. So call it exit L or exit listener. And in this, we're going to need to add code. So we're going to need to create a public void. So we need to create a public so the JFrame load would see it. So the public void when window closing, window closing, and then do window event, I think, event. And the problem with this, it's a standard window closing procedure. So for this, we're going to need to add extends window adapter, so we can use this void. And we're going to need to import the window adapter. Press import, do that, yeah, and then do parentheses. I think that's what they're called. And then we're going to need to call the system, and then do system dot close. Is it close? No, it's system dot exit. And then do 0 to return us nothing. And this is a standard closing procedure. So we need to import Java event as well. So you only have two import. So you can just import java.awt.event all as asterisks, but you can just add that for skinny code, what it's called. So over here, right now we have exit L, exit load, exit listener, which doesn't really do much. So if we close the JFrame, it's still going to have the Java process. We don't want that. So we do JavaFrame dot add window listener, so that it can listen to other stuff, and then do new because we want to load the exit L, exit listener class. So do new exit L brackets, and then close it off with parentheses. And in the end, you should have gotten this if you didn't have any errors. Okay, let's see how much time we have. Okay. The reason we done a flow layout is because we can do after content dot add new new J button and call it X button, Y button, just because Y, change that to capital B. And then if we run it again, you're going to see that because of the flow layout, it's going to put it aside, and we have two completely pointless buttons. And when we close it, we can see that it actually closes it, and it doesn't give us any errors, or over here we can see that it's terminated, and there are no Java process remaining. Okay, so it's been Martin here with JFrame tutorial, so goodbye.